Well, good morning. Today is Thursday, May 21st, and this is your history video. Today you're going to learn about two wars that were going on during the 1960s, and one is the War on Poverty. Lyndon Johnson's method actually ended up backfiring more than anything as far as, especially for the poor, which were generally blacks were many of the people that were poor, but there were others as well, but it was directed toward trying to make it easier for poor people to be able to get on their feet. But what it ended up happening was it created a state where people, not just a state, but I'm talking about a country where people, or the state where they felt like the government is going to take care of them. And that's never a position you want somebody to be in. Now, there are certain people that need to be taken care of because of maybe some injury or some mental difficulties that they have, and certainly everybody should be encouraged to do as much as they can. But in his War on Poverty, it was basically a reward for not working or reward for having a number of children. There were many different aspects of this that just created a state where everybody who was working and who was paying taxes were basically paying for those who weren't. And for some of them, they needed the money, but for others, they just took advantage of the system. The other war was the Vietnam War, which I mentioned yesterday. The Vietnam War was the first war, as far as the U.S. goes, that we lost. And I remember the day when President Nixon said that we were withdrawing troops from Vietnam. And Vietnam is a communist country even today. You can travel there, depends on whether you'd want to or not. I know several people that work with the post office who are Vietnamese, and they do travel there, and come back with no problem whatsoever. But at that time, the people who were in southern Vietnam, who were, if any, just like many communist countries, most, in fact, there's not one that I know of that this hasn't happened, but any communist country that's ever existed, the first thing that they do is they go and they kill their enemies. Or they put them into prison, one of the two. And so in that particular situation, what happened was we had a whole bunch of what became known as boat people. They would get on boats, and there were sometimes 2-3 times the number of people that were supposed to be on a particular size boat on that boat, because people wanted to leave. They were fearing what the communists were going to do. So many people died because of that. They were the boat sunk, or disease. No water, that type of thing happened and killed them. And then there were people who were rescued, but then taken advantage of by other countries. And I can tell you some stories, but I'm not going to. Anyway, you have those 3 pages to read, 342 to 344 about that, and then there's only one work text page, 243. Enjoy your day. Bye.